Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have a review of the Gundam Ensemble, or Mobile Suit Ensemble series, or Part 4, the Gundam Woundwort. Now, some may know what these are, and some may not know what these are. Basically, these are also one of those collectible small figurines like Gundam converges. But unlike converges, these things actually do have a little bit of articulation, so that's that. Also, unlike converges where the box actually shows what it contains, the Gundam Ensembles actually don't. So basically, here's an example. This is the box, the front part, and if you see the back side of the box, you have all these pictures of the encounters you can have. So there's 5 stuff, and once you buy one box, you can get one of these 5 out of random. So that's one part, but these are technically cheaper than Ensembles. I believe these are like $5 to $6. So yeah, apparently for me, I only have number 19, 22, and 20 and 21. I really wanted to get number 18, but I literally bought like 6 boxes, and I think, no, actually 4 or 5, yeah. I bought 5 actually, and I got 2 Kampfers instead, so yeah, bummer. But once again, once you open the box, these are one of those small figurines that you have to assemble a little bit, so there is some assembly required, so nothing too hard. If you build any HG kits, or if you have built any Gunpla kit, it's not a hard task. Alright, let's get on to the review now. There's not much to actually show you guys with this, but there's a reason I'm making this review, and that's because I recently, once I ordered my white base converge, Gundam Converge white base, I also ordered something a little bit, interesting. And the main reason I'm making a review of this is because of this. The Premium Bandai exclusive Mobile Suit Ensemble EX04, the Woundwort Dandelion Unit 2. Now, this thing does come with another Woundwort, but in order to save time and less hassle for me, I decided to make a review of the normal Woundwort, because it's exactly the same thing except for one small detail. So, yes. Now, for this one, once you open the Ensemble and get a mobile suit, you can expect the basics. You can expect the basic mobile suit itself, maybe one weapon, or they could not even have a weapon at the first place, and a small clear stand, which sorry about that, which isn't exactly the best stand in the world, but it still works. And for this one, I did not expect, but they do give you an extra hand. The one I'm using is a open hand, but they do give you like a normal hand for the weapons if you want to do so. Funny thing is that the Woundwort doesn't actually have anything to hold for this one. Okay, so for you guys, if you are still wondering how big this thing is, even though I just mentioned it, here is next to another converge, and here is an HG kit. So you might want to. This one is on a stand, so if I do like lift this up a little bit, you can see it's still a little bit taller than a standard Gundam Converge figurine. So go figure. Alright, now let's get on to the review. Now, I do have 2 Kampfers, and I do have its weapon set, as you just saw in the box. So I will be making not only Converge reviews, but I will be making Gundam Ensemble reviews as well, as long as I can get them. Alright, so you know what, I need to lower my camera a little bit. Now, to start off, before I go into the actual articulation, I just want to show you guys like a small detail. Despite being a figurine, these things are actually pretty well made. I mean, the Gundam eyes are actually present beneath it, and the colors are pretty good. I mean, to some people, you might need to recolor certain areas and yada, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna actually take off. Well, the arm actually came out entirely, so yeah. And these things are not really that loose as you think, so you don't really need to worry about that. So, boy. So, as usual, I will drop anything for each review. So, the good thing about when you're building this are, when some mobile suits are kind of difficult to tell which way is left and right for the legs or arms, so they do actually have like an indication of, like this one saying R being the right arm. So this was actually a really big help when I was building this, because in the manual they don't really tell you. There is like a simple manual, but it doesn't really give you that much information. So for articulation, this is how much it's straight up, and then you can fold it about almost 90 degrees. Well, in this case, let's say about 70 degrees. And this thing does move a little bit, but because the head is a little bit big, so I'm going to take it off. The head is on a ball joint. It can move to the side about less than 90 degrees, but it's good to know it's there, because I guess this one is considered the big heads, I guess. There's no stickers in this. Everything you see, it comes like this. There's no stickers, there's no things you gotta do to color it separately. So yeah, there is some articulation on the arms. The legs, well, they do give you this part so you don't, in order to make it stand without the stand, so like this. But once again, you might need to fiddle it around a little bit. I have done this before, but it's not the best. It's not really the best connection nor effective way. You can see because they're actually falling apart. I bought this like some time ago, so they're not gonna be, you know, strong enough anymore. The series has already passed, so right now the latest version contains, I believe the latest version contains like a start Jegan and some interesting other stuff, which I really can't remember. But yeah, so this one you see right now is the already passed version of it. Alright, so that's that. For the head, there, even though it's on a ball joint, there's not much you can do because how big this thing is compared to the body. But you can still go down if you want to. Up, not much. 360, you're going to have to wedge or you force your way through, but it is technically possible. Although I don't really know why you want to do that. The leg itself, or side in this case itself, is connected to a ball joint to the main waist. And so, because of that, it can go forward as much as possible. So 90 degrees a little bit, and back 90 degrees. But of course, if you do that, as you just saw, it will, you know, detach this part, the butt. I'm just gonna call it the butt, okay? And since this thing is not actually a real leg, it can only bend only a little bit like that. It cannot go to the, well, it does go to the side, but only really minimal since it's on a ball joint. And the body does have some articulation. You can move the waist a little bit to the side, about 30 to 40 degrees. But once again, be careful not to pop anything out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you see, they have all these empty holes that you don't really use on some of them, because the Gundam Ensemble kind of like encourages you to like modify them. Using like other Ensemble parts to make your own like combination and such. So that's why you will see like all these holes that's not actually used. Some of them are actually used, like for example for the weapon. This weapon actually, I believe this came in two pieces, like the shield part and then the rifle barrel part. For example, this one, you have a peg here which goes onto the arm as you just saw. So let me do that again. I think it might be easier for me to do it like this. So the way how this works. And keep in mind, there's only the hole on the outside. The other side, the inside part, does not actually contain that hole to plug in a weapon. So, which is why you need to check the left and right aspect. And once you have the weapon on, now it's kind of, you need to like change the pose a little bit, because even with the stand, you cannot go down because the weapon is longer than the mobile suit itself. So you might need to move a little bit up. And even though with the weapon on, you can still move the arm forward as well. Oh yeah, I didn't actually show you guys how to move arms, like move, so you can go forward that much. And then 360 is technically possible if you want to do so. There's no 360 twist on the arm itself, but you do have a 360 twist on the hand as well, since they are on a peg. Well, once again, that was pretty much it for the Gundam or Mobile Suit Ensemble Woundwort. Now, if you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. And once again, hopefully today I will be making a unboxing video of this product. So stay tuned as well. Until then, see you guys next time.